This year in science, grade 6 has been studying climate change. As a culminating activity, they did some research and they composed a letter to their U.S. representative, and they would like to share a few of them with you right now. Ben?
Honorable Raskin, my name is Ben, and I am writing to you today to urge your support of any legislation to decrease climate change. Research proves that the current pace of global average temperature rise puts approximately 25 to 35% of plant and animal species at increased risk of extinction. Additionally, the average sea level is expected to rise 1 to 6 feet before the end of the century. This means that New York City will be completely flooded. As I write this letter, it is 117 degrees Fahrenheit in Australia. It has not been that hot there since 1930. As sad as it is, bats are dropping out of the sky, dead, because their brains have been fried. All of this is caused by climate change. Climate change is the world's most important issue. An overheated Earth is bad for our health. Also, numerous amounts of animal species are near extinction. This is a sad thought that my future children may never get to see some of the animals we all know today. Imagine a world where polar bears are unknown. Please vote for bills that will help reduce climate change and pollution. Sincerely, Ben.
Honorable Norton Holmes, my name is Sabine, and I am writing to you today to urge your support of any legislation to decrease climate change. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is higher than at any time in the last 800,000 years. Also, the Earth's temperature is on the rise from 2.5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Over the next century, this is putting all our lives, living things, in danger. This is mainly due to the United States being the second largest contributor to CO2 in the world. But we are only home to 4.4% of the world's population. This needs to be addressed. Please vote for bills to stop the warming. This means a lot to the kids around the planet and especially to me. I would deeply appreciate it. Sincerely.
Honorable Raskin, my name is Theo, and I am writing to you today to urge your support of any legislation to decrease climate change. I am worried about sea levels rising because the sea turtles can't lay their eggs on beaches. Also, the high sea levels hurts the baby's chances of surviving because they will be forced into the ocean before they are ready to be independent. Another concern I have is that the U.S. is the second highest contributor of carbon dioxide in the world. This fact makes me want to help. There are so many worries I have about climate change, but the saddest fact is that 35% of all plants and animals are at risk of extinction due to global warming. Since humans made this mess, we need to fix it. So this is why we need you to vote yes on bills that will put climate change laws into effect. Thank you for your time. Sincerely, Theo.
Honorable Raskin, my name is Amaya, and I'm writing you today to advocate your support of any legislation supporting a decrease in climate change. Research states that at the rate that the Earth is heating up, 25 to 35% of animals internationally are at risk of extinction. One reason of this is because of the death of algae in oceans. All the animals that eat algae are impacted by this because of starvation. Global warming is also affecting the weather. This is resulting to more frequent droughts, larger hurricanes, hotter heat waves, and heavier rainfall, resorting to flooding. Global warming is a real and very deadly threat that cannot be ignored. Scientists believe that if we do nothing, life on Earth will be greatly threatened. I hope you consider passing laws decreasing the rate of carbon dioxide entering our air. You won't regret it. Sincerely, Amaya.
Honorable Raskin, my name is Teddy. I'm a student at the McLean School in Potomac. We are studying climate change and science this year. I'm asking you to consider passing laws to slow down global warming. Research proves that the planet's average surface temperature has risen 2 degrees Fahrenheit since the late 19th century. As you may know, the oceans have absorbed much of this increased heat, which is threatening the majority of sea creatures. Global sea levels have risen 8 inches in the last century. If this rate continues, many of our citizens will have to evacuate to non-coastal areas. This is one of the world's greatest issues. The overheated Earth is bad for our health. The heat is affecting our ability to breathe and asthma is increasing worldwide. Please, Honorable Raskin, help by voting to slow down climate change. Thank you for your time. Teddy.
Honorable Raskin, hello, my name is Catherine and I am asking you to support any enactments to help decrease climate change. Due to the humid, hot weather, the oceans are absorbing too much heat. NASA recorded that the oceans have absorbed much of the increased heat, with the top 700 meters of the oceans showing an increase of temperature since 1969. As I write this, the Seine River has flooded Paris, and the museums like the Louvre has had to move their precious art collections. Something must be done to slow down global warming. Please, vote yes on any bills that will help our planet. Sincerely, Catherine.
Dear Honorable Delaney, my name is Reese and I am writing to you asking for your help with lowering climate temperatures. Rainforests are being destroyed by corporations cutting down acres of trees to make room for factory farming. And by the trees not being replanted, there is less oxygen in our atmosphere. I'm thinking that there should be strict laws on this matter. Also, global warming is contributing to the rising oceans. Major cities like New York are flooding. The people from those cities are going to have to evacuate to non-coastal areas if this is not reversed. Climate change is Earth's most important issue. An overheated Earth is unhealthy for our health. Please vote for bills that will help our climate change, help our climate and pollution. Sincerely, Reese.
Honorable Delaney, my name is Sam. We are studying climate change and science this year. I'm writing you today to urge your support of any legislation to decrease climate change. Climate change is destroying our planet. Hurricanes and storms are getting stronger and will continue to grow stronger. This is bad news because many homes, lives, and businesses may be lost in the near future. An estimated $180 billion in economic losses to the U.S. is expected by the end of the century if nothing is done about climate change. NASA and the National Wildlife Federation states that the planet as a whole has been shedding sea ice at an average annual rate of 13,500 square miles since 1979. That is the equivalent of losing an area of sea ice larger than the state of Maryland every year since 1979. Please vote for bills that will help reduce climate change and pollution. Sincerely, Sam.
Honorable Delaney, my name is Katie and we are studying climate change and science this year. I am writing to you today to urge your support of any legislation to decrease climate change. I really want you to consider the dangers to our planet. Research states that the Arctic ice is decreasing by 13.2% per decade. In 1910, Glacier National Park was home to more than an estimated 150 glaciers. As of December 2016, that number has shrunk down to a shocking amount of 25 glaciers. As you may know, the global temperature has increased by 1.7 degrees Fahrenheit since 1980. It is causing 35% of all plants and animals at risk of extinction. Climate change is affecting our health, food, water, and earth. Please vote for any possible bills that will help curb climate change. Sincerely, Katie.
Honorable Delaney, my name is Quinn. I'm writing you today to urge your support of any legislation to decrease climate change. The Arctic ice caps are melting at a rate of 9% per decade. In 100 years, Manhattan will be underwater due to this fact. Because of the rising oceans, the Arctic mammals are suffering. In addition, the great apes, like orangutans, are losing their habitats in the rainforest. Millions of acres of lush jungles are being flattened so major corporations like McDonald's can factory farm their cattle. In addition, many rainforest plants are used to make medicines for cancer patients and other very sick people. This fact is disturbing to me. Climate change is the world's most important issue. An overheated Earth is bad for our well-being. Sadly, entire species of animals are on the verge of becoming extinct if something does not change. Please vote for any bills that will help reduce global warming. Sincerely yours, Quinn.